What's up, everybody? It's me, Nobody. Um, I watched the Sixers game uh, uh, this afternoon or late afternoon, and Shake Milton was so impressive that he blew my top off with his play. 39 points in 40 minutes, and just think that Brett Brown was going to take him off out of the rotation, possibly just send him back down to I don't know, G League or whatever, until Ben Simmons got hurt, and then Josh Richardson got hurt during the game. But it's clear and it's a known fact that Brett Brown is he's incompetent. He's arrogant. He doesn't know talent. He doesn't have an eye for it. He traded Shamit to the Clippers. He had no patience. Either we had no patience for Shamit, or Brett Brown had no patience for Shamit. Now he has patience for Korkmaz, right? He has patience for Korkmaz like he didn't have patience for anybody else. Now he's got Mario Shayok down there in the G League, and I'm telling you that he's a phenomenal talent too. Just waiting to bust out, just waiting to happen. I was sad that Matisse Thybulle was coming up under his Brett Brown's tutelage. I love Matisse Thybulle's defense, but he's starting to rely on that too much. Like he's not developing his offense, which he should, because he'll be even more dangerous. Matisse Thybulle needs to learn how to break people down off the dribble, and then he'll steadily start to progress and grow. But Brett Brown is not encouraging him to do that. Brett Brown is telling him, "Oh, you good on defense, and go out there and play defense for me." Brett Brown is the problem. He's a key part of the problem. Elton Brand is the problem too, because Elton Brand listens to. He doesn't go by his own judgment. It's really sad what the Sixers have become. It's sad because the talent was there, even with Markelle Fultz. And I can't say a lot of that was Brett Brown. A lot of that was us. Whether we like it or not. And anybody that know me, my son, my friends, anybody that know me will tell you that I was always a Markelle Fultz fan. I knew that something was wrong with him, right? But I knew that you needed to have patience with him, because the talent was there and the killer was there. And one thing that the Sixers was missing from their roster is a killer. And here comes Shake Milton. Unbelievable. Shake Milton stole the ball and went up for a jam. And I'm talking about, man, that was one of the best plays I've seen a Sixers do since Charles Barkley came into the game. I have to be honest. So what I seen tonight was very encouraging. But if the Sixers are to move forward and maybe even become championship caliber, they need a championship caliber coach. And they don't have that in Brett Brown. I'm sorry. He put in Kyle O'Quinn, and he was being dogged. If you put in Norvell Pell, at least he will guard that paint with his life. He will give his blood, sweat, and tears to guard that paint. And you didn't put him in. If he fouls, fine. But he will protect that paint. I mean, and this is indicative of Brett Brown's knowledge of the game. You know, Al Horford is, they say Al Horford is this and he's that. Al Horford had no problems when he was down there under Boston coach. You know, players come to the Sixers and they suffer because Brett Brown has no identity. He has no schemes. He has no system, right? And what you're going to find out about Brett Brown, right, after he's gone, is that Brett Brown is very arrogant, right? If you speak out against him, if you challenge him, you challenge his authority, you become on his bad side. I don't know what the hell that's supposed to mean. That's why Jimmy wasn't going. I knew Jimmy wasn't coming back because Jimmy knows that Brett Brown doesn't have a high basketball IQ, and Jimmy can't play under that kind of tutelage. He can't play under somebody who he can't grow, learn, and progress. You know, Ben Simmons is okay with that. Oh, he coached my father. And he's okay with that. But look at Embiid. Embiid is becoming disenfranchised with Brett Brown. Just look at their interaction between them. You know, like Brett Brown can't even tell Embiid nothing anymore. Embiid ain't trying to get out of here. And, you know, it's coming to that. So Brett Brown has become infectious in the Sixers organization, and the bottom line is Brett Brown has to go.